All right, what's up, you two? How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody is enjoying their Sunday. I am enjoying my Sunday. It's been lazy. It's been crazy lazy. And just woke up from a nap, had some Pizza Hut today. Haven't had Pizza Hut in a minute, but I was craving pizza. So anyway, um if I believe everything happens for a reason. So the title of this segment is co-parenting, about co-parenting. And I believe, like I said, everything happens for a reason. And if you're in agreement with me, roll with me. Okay. So Friday night, I'm doing a recording. I'm doing it while I'm driving. I get into my driveway. I hit play, make sure that I like everything, do a little bit of editing. Fine. Get into the house, go to upload it, and there is no audio. I go to the original recording, there's no audio. And I'm like, yo, what in the world happened? Everything was fine, whatever. So obviously, it takes but like this much for me to say I'll do this another day. And so I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and chill out for the evening. And now I'm hot. I don't even know what I was thinking about. Hold on. Voila. All right. So I get, to chilling out and I'm watching a documentary on Netflix with Prince Harry and Meghan. And I'm in episode 2, and they're talking about the commonality that Meghan and Harry have with both growing up in households where the parents were divorced. At the point of 27 minutes, 10 seconds in, she starts to recite a poem. And the poem is from her childhood, and it's relating to being at two different homes, her mom's and dad's home, during, after they have separated and divorced. And I thought it was very interesting and it's very touching. So when I say that I believe everything happens for a reason, I think I was supposed to watch that program because I only watched those 2 episodes and I didn't even finish the second one. So I think I was supposed to watch that and I was supposed to have that part of my YouTube segment. So whoever's supposed to hear it, whoever's supposed to talk to somebody who needs to hear it, needs to see it, I think that was the reason for that. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about, that I did talk about on the original, is that a few weeks ago I had visited my brother and my niece. And my brother and his ex they separated last year and they're co-parenting my niece. And they are doing an awesome job. So kudos to the both of you for doing a great job with the co-parenting. The weekend that I had gone down there was my niece's mom's weekend. And she let my niece come and spend the night with my brother to spend time with me. And some of you might be thinking, what's the big deal? That's not a biggie. It is a biggie. Because I'm sure that you know somebody, if it's not even yourself, who can be a little petty when it comes to dealing with an ex and sometimes using the child as a pawn and as bait in the whole process of trying to get back or being ugly to the other person. And she let my niece come over and hang out with me. I was super grateful. Thank you so much for that. And then that week was her birthday, so her family was having a celebration at their home, and they cooked food. My brother bought ice cream and cake. We all hung out together. We all prayed together over the food, laughed, sang, danced, watching my niece jumping around, and just enjoying and embracing the moment. And when I was looking around, I was like, wow, this is what it should look like. This is what it should still feel like when two adults decide that they're not going to be together anymore. The child should not be a victim at all in this process. Even if the child couldn't know what was going on, they wouldn't, if you explained to the child what was going on as to why these two people are no longer together, that child wouldn't have no clue on comprehending. They are children. So they don't understand what's going on. It is confusing for them. But it can also, depending on the way the parents are handling things, be traumatic. And I don't think people really think about the traumatic effects of a breakup and how parents handle themselves. I mean, parents sometimes are talking ugly about the other parent in front of the child, engaging in conversations about the other parent with the child that they should not, being violent in front of the child. Uh, what else? just everything is ugly, and it's including the child, and the child is a child. Again, they are working with a very limited capacity of understanding about life, and you are throwing these huge adult situations in the lap of a child's mind and a child's heart. They are very sensitive. They should totally be handled with care. But a lot of parents, they just are thinking about themselves, and it's selfish. And then it's even sadder when you see the child being manipulated between the two parents. It's very sad. It's very sad. But again, it's a traumatic situation sometimes that these children go through, and I don't think people think about long-term effects of it. I always talk about these little people becoming big people in society. If you are not taking care of your child during this time and providing them that love and that sheltering during a time that you and that other adult are transitioning, and that child now is transitioning to two homes, two set of clothes at another, at two places, toys at two places, spending time here, spending time there. Now, I am an advocate of splitting up while the children are young. If you see that it's not working, I do believe that it is best to split up while things are early for that child, so that child can just grow into whatever the situation is, versus waiting later on down the line. I am not a fan of people staying in anything that is not peaceful for them, especially when you come home. I always feel like home is your peace. So you don't need to be, coming home and not feeling that. So if a breakup is needed, a breakup is needed. But I think you have to really be sensitive to that child while you are making that transition, and keeping that child first. Keeping that child in mind first. I think as long as you put the child first, you can't go wrong. And again, I give kudos to my brother and my niece's mom for doing an outstanding job of doing that, and making sure that my niece is still feeling love and she's still feeling secure. What I was saying is the rippling effects. These young people can grow into very angry people and not even know why. It could stem from 2, 3 years old, when they went through the traumatic separation of their parents, and the way that the parents did that, and they didn't handle it with care when it came to the child. They can have anger issues. They can have low self-esteem issues. They can just have ugly people issues, because they are broken inside. There was no healing. There was no talking. There was no care that was given. You have to be sensitive with these little people. You have to be sensitive. This guy had told me a couple of years ago that he did not want to see his children because they reminded him of what he had when he was with his ex. And I was like, really? So you're going to victimize and punish those children because your ex decided to leave you, and mind you, the parts that you played in her coming to that decision, but the children are now the ones to suffer. And again, children have relationships as they grow older. They have to go to school. They have to process this. They have to wake up early in the morning. They got to do homework. They got to listen to different adults throughout the day. Like, children's lives, and I didn't realize this back in the day, but children's lives can be complicated and can be a super emotional roller coaster. And as parents, we have a responsibility to take care of these children. And especially when things are about to change and things may become ugly, trying to minimize that as much as possible, so that that child's transition is as peaceful and as least uncomfortable to them, while these two adults are deciding that they are no longer going to be together. Again, we have a responsibility to these children. So this is actually, yes, a plea to please be mindful of your co-parenting and taking care of your little people while you are separating from that relationship. These children didn't ask to be here. You made these children. Okay, whether you made them at the time of ultimate bliss while you were in your relationship, or you thought that, you know what, this kid might make this relationship even better. It's super weird that you would think that, especially if you were grown, to think that children would make situations better. No, they don't. They would most likely complicate it and make it more irritable, because now you have this third, fourth mouth to feed. Anyway, whatever reason that child is here, they're here. And you do have a responsibility, if you decide to split up from your partner or your spouse, to take care of these children during that transition. They should feel the least as possible of hurt and confusion and trauma because of decisions that adults made. So please take care of your little people. I hope that you all enjoy the rest of your upcoming week. This is our first weekend into 2023. Go 2023. Oh, I'm so happy I got 2022 off my back, baby. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, enjoy the rest of your day. And until I see you again, YouTube family, please be and live in peace.